Praise the Lord. Give God the glory. His mercy endures forever. He said, my kingdom is not of this world. If it were, then would my servants be fighting. And there is so much noise because you don't know the voice of the Lord. I believe in John 10, he said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger's voice they will not hear. My sheep know my voice. Now, look at his audience, and he's not talking to you, Mr. Christian. He came to his own first. He said, I first come to, I give the bread of the children to the dogs. That's not why I'm here. That's not my purpose. That's why you consider him the Messiah, because he fulfills the lineage, the prophetic lineage, the bloodline, the ancestral connection, in order to codify and verify and authenticate him as being the Mashiach, as which line of the tribes he would come from. Then you want to throw away the Jewishness of it and have Christian replacement theology. But he doesn't call you that. You call yourselves that. So you don't even care. He's talking to the people in the land of Israel, known then as Palestine, the fake name given to it because the Romans were occupying it and wanted to insult the Hebrew people by calling that land Philistine, Philistia, the land of the enemy. That's not unusual. You know, there are some truths and things, like the land Africa was named by a Roman general. That wasn't the name of the land. Most of those lands were renamed by conquerors. It's not the name of the land, not the name given to it historically by God. No. But the Lord allows those things to happen, obviously. They don't happen in a vacuum. The exile didn't happen in a vacuum. It was prophesied long before it ever happened. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years before it would ever happen. So you may see something happening, and it may be negative, and it may be evil, but you can trace the prophecy that predicted that it would happen. Because it doesn't just come out of nowhere. You know, evil, death. Well, the wages of sin. If you don't do this, you're going to die. It was already prophesied. It works for God. It's the consequence. Think about it. Policemen work for the state. They work for the powers. You already know if you do a certain thing, you're going to get tased. You already know. No, it's righteousness, but that bad experience, that bad consequence has already been determined. If you do this, we're going to shoot you. If you do this, we're going to arrest you. If you do this, we're going to fine you. Well, okay. So that evil thing that's happening to you works for the state. The consequence works for God. He puts that in place. Gravity even has it. You fall off a mountain and die. Well, that consequence works for gravity. This is what we do. A man of this height falling from this height will break his leg. A man from this statue falling from this height will die. That's just the result so that your negative consequences work. They are as we say, not necessarily it's not an opposite. It's not opposite. The darkness is not the opposite of light, it's the absence of it. So these things are not opposite, they're just the consequence of something where something else is absent. No common sense? Well, this is what happens. Take a selfie on the edge of a cliff. No common sense, the absence of common sense, you're falling over and you're dead. And so these things are already built. These systems are already built in. Even before the fall of man, the system of failure is already built in. The system of consequence is already built in. It's a part of the program. So doing what is right is one thing, and the absence of that is part of the program. You have an umbrella and it's raining. You have the umbrella over your head. Close the umbrella, the rain will hit you. Move from underneath the umbrella, Psalm 91, the rain will hit you. And so stay underneath the umbrella and don't close it. The sheep know the shepherd's voice because the shepherd spends time with the sheep. Did you know that? It's not rocket science. Why does the sheep know the voice of the shepherd? You know what kind of time a shepherd spends with the sheep? It's not like you guys who just walk your dogs. You know the kind of time shepherds spend with sheep. That's why they are smelly. Oh, it penetrates the pores. You can't distinguish the human from the sheep. And when they are in their birthing season, they never leave the sheep.
It's interesting what you just said. It made me think of what the Lord said in Vayikra about Yom Kippur, that you have to even make atonement for the holy place. Like you said, the holy place been around those Israelites for so long, even the holy place stinketh. And you gotta atone even for that, from the uncleanliness of the people of Israel.
Yeah, it starts to smell like you. Your shoes, those nice shoes, sweaty feet. What happens? That nice new leather material in that shoe starts smelling like smelly feet. You got to put the foot powder, and then it permeates everything. But the voice is because the sheep are with the shepherd. They are with the shepherd all the time. It's not random. It's routine. It's because of a discipline. It's because of a pattern. And when you have no pattern with Papa, because you're so part-time with them, and then you wonder, I don't know, how do I hear the voice of the Lord? No, 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 no. It's not how do I hear the voice of the Lord. It's why don't you and why can't you hear his voice of the Lord? And the simple answer to that, you're not one of the sheep. You're the one that strays. You don't stay with the shepherd. You don't sleep with the shepherd. You're not meditating on the shepherd. You divide your time, and you have so many different shepherds, you don't have time with one shepherd to know his voice. You've got too many voices speaking to you. It's best to just choose one person to be your shepherd. And the sheep can't have many shepherds, but the shepherd can have many sheep. He's got a group in front of him, and they all can hear the voice of one. That's why the two shall be one. It's not good when a mother and father are in contradiction to the children. You confuse the children. Well, wait, what? You speak with one voice. Even though you're two different voices, you speak with one. Your ideas are the same. Your instructions to the kids are the same. They're not compromised. There's no argument.
And that's why Yeshua said, I and the Father are one. You're not going to get a different message from me. I didn't come to do my own will. I came to do my Father's will. Whatever he does, I do.
Parents that raise their children as a singular unit do not confuse the children. It gives them a standard, a plumb line, very important. But when they are in contradiction, you pit each other, children against each other. The children pick sides, and now you've divided and you've conquered. Mothers and fathers are supposed to go into consultation away from the children, coming out with one singular voice. This is a decision we've made. You come together, you get in a room, then you come out. And it's not wise to let the children see the nuts and bolts of that. They won't even know how to discern it. Mom and dad speak in one voice.
Well, no, it sounds like one voice because they're both yelling at the same time, but you cannot discern any words they're saying because they're speaking over each other and screaming.
Yes, and that is true. And that is another technique, showing your children how to have a discussion so they can witness mom and dad at the table without over embellished hyperbole and emotion, speaking rationally and intelligently, coming to a compromise, a conclusion, but one voice, seeing why it's important to submit to another one, not because you just want to be right or have your way. Giving up, it's okay. All right, honey, we'll do it that way. Seeing that, now you can teach your children how to do that with each other. Not parents cursing at each other in front of the children. One's drinking or both of you are drinking. Mother looks like a prostitute. Father is all over the place, doesn't even want to be in the house. Chaos did not start in the street, and chaos did not start in a religion, and chaos did not start in a political group. It started in your house, in your home. And those that come out of those homes form these political groups and these religious factions and sects, and it goes from there. But you got to reverse engineer, where did the problem? Your home. How were you raised? What did you see? And if it's too late for you and you're already ruined, well, this is where you need a cosmetic surgeon, a heart surgeon. This is where you've got to go and get the operations necessary to fix yourself from what's been broken. You buy a car and it's not fresh off the lot, it's going to come with some trauma from the previous owner. You can do your best to get the repair history, and maybe they tell you the truth or they don't tell you the truth because they're just trying to get rid of the car. But know this, if you didn't give birth to that car, if you didn't buy it fresh and adopt it from a lot, something's going to be withheld to some degree, unless it's an extremely honest person that sold it to you. Somebody is going to discover something about that car that they did not anticipate or were not told or even lied about. But that's the risk you pay when you buy a secondhand car or a used vehicle. It's workable. It's just going to be a little harder. So you didn't come from the lot. You didn't come fresh off the manufacturer's line, assembly line. Yeah, no, you came through a lot of fire and hell and trauma and all kinds of stuff. And now people meet you in life. And you come from all that trauma. Now you meet people that become your friends. They don't know the trauma and drama of your history. You smiled, you did something nice, and all they know is that. Next thing you know, you're friends with somebody who doesn't know anything about just how messed up your vehicle is. And you may have even lied about how messed up you are because you are afraid of being rejected. So you pretend you're a new car and you're not. And then they have to go through hell with you because they don't know all your history. And that's why it's so important, as Yeshua said, take the log out of your eye, and then you can go and help your brother take the splinter out of his. So to thine own self be true. Work on yourselves. See, people who don't work on themselves will spend a lot of time blaming everybody and anybody they meet for everything and everything that's wrong in their lives. You blame the church, you blame the pastor, you blame this one, you blame the government, you blame the neighbor, you blame the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the dog. It doesn't matter. Everybody else's fault. You blame politicians. Your misery is because of politicians. No, most of your misery is because of you. Because you ignore you. And you refuse to submit to what's necessary for the diagnostic, the change, the surgery, or the procedure. And you spend so much of your time not just frustrating yourself, but you frustrate everybody that knows you because you're dishonest and you're blind and you don't deal with you. It's so much easier because it's really hard to look in that mirror and go, what a mess I am. And instead of picking up the floss and a toothbrush and dealing with yourself, you start whimpering, whining, crying, self-destructive behavior. Just pick up the brush the hair, pick up the comb, pick up the razor, pick up the mouthwash, and go to work. How about that? And just do what's necessary. Instead of 2 pieces of cake, have 1. Instead of all of those burgers, have none. Instead of the alcohol, replace it with water. And slowly trim yourself, prune yourself, cut the hedges, clip off the dead branches, put on your shoes, clap your hands, praise the Lord. You only got 2 shirts, that's fine. Clean it. Make sure there's one clean. Don't complain about the fact you only have 2 shirts. Just keep one of them clean. Just keep it simple. Love the Lord. Don't want so much other than wanting the Lord. And whatever he gives, be content. Have godly contentment. And consider other people above yourself. When you meet people, give them the best. If you're having lunch with them, give them the bigger portion. If you're sitting at a theater, give them the best seat. You'll be surprised what that will do to you spiritually, mentally. Give them the best part. When you have a little that you're sharing, give them more. Just watch the difference in your life when you do that. It doesn't mean neglect yourself. No, much deeper than that. It means heighten yourself. Most people think you get higher by stepping on a box above another person. You'll get higher by lifting up a person, not stepping up over them, lifting them up. You'll receive more praise when you're praising other people. People will be even more grateful for you when you show your gratitude for them. I know it doesn't make any worldly sense, but it's not of this world. It's God's sense, not man's sense. God's sense is the true common sense. So don't argue, no matter what's going on with people. He said, if your brother cheats you, charged you a little more for something that you think he shouldn't have, let it go. So what? Don't make a fight over that. Okay, he charged you a little more that you think he shouldn't. Fine. Consider it a blessing. The same way you do when you go into a restaurant and you tip more than you should, not just the standard. Are you grateful for your brother? You're grateful for your sister. And what's theirs lost? And when you get into divorce and civil lawsuits and all of these things, just let them have it. Particularly if you have children. Don't make it contentious. All right. Is that what you want? That's fine. See, Abraham said, I'm not going to let another man think that they're making me rich. I'm not going to fight. I want this and I want that. You can have that. What are you, that easy? Yeah, that's fine. You're not going to fight? No, because the cost of the fight is more expensive than just letting you have that house, have that money, have that car. Oh, go right ahead. Sometimes you let a greedy person gorge on their greed. They'll choke on that steak right down their throat. That'll be their judgment. Go right ahead. Ah, I'm going to take it all. You can have it all. The Lord is my all. You can have it all. I'm not going to fight. I'm going to let the Lord fight my battle. Because I know that what's motivating you isn't from God. And when you know that somebody's not being motivated from God, don't fight on their terms. You fight on God's terms. You don't have to worry about it. Because unrighteousness can never win, though it may look like it for a moment. They don't see far enough past their nose to see that they are condemning themselves. Just watch it. It's a train wreck that's inevitable. You just watch it. Sit back and have your peace of mind and your peace in heart. Because people would love to make themselves the center of your universe, that their happiness and their joy hinges on them. I'll leave you. Well, here is the door. Have a nice walk. Here, take my cane with you. This might help you. Oh, you better let me get you some water. You're going to need that too. Not only am I not going to try to keep you here, I'm going to give you a little backpack and a snack pack on your way out the door. Goodbye. Yeah. That easy? Thought you loved me. Of course I love you. That's why I do it. Because I love you. You're free to go. My happiness, my love for you doesn't mean that my happiness is dependent on you. My love for God is the thing. Now, if God says he's walking out the door, then I'll lose my mind. But if you walked out the door, he'll give me peace of mind. There you go. Walk out. You put too much premium on people, your mothers, your fathers, your brothers, your lovers, your dogs, your cats, the politicians, your ignorant people. And you're the ones that claim to know the Lord. But Jesus said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger's voice they will not hear. They ain't sweating it. You know, when you have the peace of God, you ain't sweating people's chaos. They can mock you, malign you, maybe not even forgive you. You're not perfect. That's fine. Nobody is. Do they forgive you? Or when the moment they catch you in something wrong, they hold that over your head and they'll just keep telling you that for years. They don't even know how to forgive. That's hate. That's bitterness. And that's evil. Let them have it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Bring it up. That's fine. I've given that to the Lord. And I've turned it over to the Lord. That's fine. And that probably won't be the last wrong thing I do. But every time I do, I'll turn it over to the Lord and I'll repent. I'll ask for forgiveness, whether you give it to me or not. And I'll go on and serve the Lord. See, you better watch yourselves. You better learn how to forgive. Don't expect God to forgive you when you can't forgive and let go of things that someone has done to you. Don't be so easily offended. Don't be so quick to forget that everybody is human, no matter who they are or what they are. They are human. But you pursue righteousness, not look for an opportunity to kick somebody down and keep them down. And always look to reconcile. Always look to reconcile, to love, and to live in that love, regardless of the wrongs that you've done or the wrongs that was done to you. Move on and grow up and live as God has ordained. Goodbye.